Sometimes you just have to learn to be silent. Y'all, silence is golden. Sometimes you just have to learn to say absolutely nothing. When you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, silence is everything. You just have to learn to be silent, not say anything. Silence is not cowardly when it's coming from a strong person. When you're trying to avoid dealing with people like this, you just have to learn to be silent. Give them nothing. Because remember, they yearn for a reaction from you. You see, your silence, your lack of contact is the way to win over the narcissist. This is how you win over them. This is how you actually beat the narcissist. You defeat the narcissist through your silence. You see, through your silence and blocking the narcissist, you could actually win. It doesn't matter if you left the narcissist or the narcissist left you. It doesn't matter how dramatic the breakup was. The most important thing is that you already know who you're dealing with and that no one will ever win anything with this kind of individual. Your silence is everything when dealing with these kind of people, y'all. You see, you can only lose with a narcissist because the narcissist feels or they believe or this is how they actually move. They feel that they will always win. You see, your biggest win after breaking up with a narcissist is this simple thing called silence. Yeah, you see, to the narcissist, you were just a source of resources. You thought you were in a normal relationship. That's why you gave the best of yourself. You tried your best and the narcissist took advantage of it. The purpose of life for a narcissist is to elicit a response from you. They have to have a reaction from you. And it doesn't matter if it's a positive or a negative reaction. Every response you make matters. And with each of your responses, they feel powerful. They feel alive. They feel in control of you. And that control over you is what they actually want. Total power and control is the way to victory. Because of them, the narcissist always wins when you give a reaction, when you respond. This is why silence is everything. This is why you give them nothing. You see, your reactions feed the narcissist. Yeah, they are the air that the narcissist needs to survive. When you deprive them of your reactions, they're not so powerful after all. The narcissist has an advantage over you until you know who you're dealing with, until you understand what you're dealing with. Once you know who you're dealing with, you can apply the right rules to the sick game. Yeah, and with these simple rules, you are the one who can win. Silence is the golden rule when it comes to dealing with any interaction with the narcissist or toxic people. The golden rule is no reaction. You give them nothing. Y'all, this is why we talk about this so much. This is how you win over them, by giving them nothing. The narcissist wants to provoke you, to a certain reaction. And if you do not react, yeah. When you do not react, you do not let them provoke you to react, you win. Even if you're forced to interact with the narcissist, you keep that contact to an absolute minimum. You no longer share your secrets, your worries, your plans, your thoughts with them. You start to keep it to yourself, and you give him or her very, very, very evasive short answers. Yeah, this is how you have to move with a narcissist, y'all. And it's sad because some of y'all have children with a narcissist or have to deal with a narcissist. There's no way around it. But you have to be very, very evasive. Very short answers, y'all. A narcissist doesn't want what's best for you. They never will. They never have. They want what's best for themselves. You are the means, to an end. The means to correct and, what should I say? Their low self-esteem. And so far, you've invested all of your energy into the narcissist. Now it's time for you to start regaining and reinvesting energy into yourself. Any relationship with a narcissist is bound to fail sooner or later. Through your silence, you take away your energy and significantly limit the narcissist's control over you. The energy vampire immediately senses this and they will change. They will try to find other ways. And I don't mean change for the better, y'all. I mean, they will try to find other ways to elicit any kind of reaction out of you. Because they're not happy when they can't get a reaction out of you. Like I said, they're energy vampires. And they will do anything to get something out of you. But when you change all of this, when you're not reacting, they're not happy about this. And they will try to provoke you to give them a reaction even more. But you see, by not reacting, you set boundaries. Your message makes it clear that you've had enough. And you're not putting up with it anymore. And you're not giving them anything. And a lot of times, y'all, when you decide to just be quiet and not say anything and just go silent, especially after the discard, when you've just been like, you know what, I realize what this is. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not going to give you anything. Listen, the vast majority of the time, the narcissist is already involved with someone else. They usually are, y'all. And your silence is expected. They only want you to reach out for triangulation purposes. That way, the smear campaign they've been running can hold up what they've been talking about, what they've been saying about you the whole time. Because remember, you're delusional, you're crazy, and you're stalking them, and you're harassing them. Yeah. This is what they want people to believe. They've already been behind your back running that smear campaign. So you being silent is expected. A lot of times, this is already going on. The only reason, listen, only if they have made an unwise selection, right, of the next individual, of this new person they're trying to turn into their new supply. Only if they've made an unwise selection of the next person of interest, right, they'll be wanting to hear from you. They'll want to hear from you. Otherwise, guess what? They absolutely want no interference from you whilst love bombing the new person. They don't want to hear from you if they feel that they've made a better selection, they found a better supply, a more potent fuel supply. They don't want to hear from you. So your silence is expected. But this, y'all, you have to learn to be silent dealing with the narcissist. Y'all, listen, I'm still trying to figure out how people are still talking to narcissists. Still telling them things, telling them their secrets, their feelings, still crying in front of the narcissist. I'm still trying to figure out how these things are happening. Y'all, there's so much information out there now that we all know what's going on. Massive majority of us know what we're dealing with. We know who the narcissist is. So how are people still talking to these crabs? I don't get it. I can't figure it out. I can't. Your life gets better once you leave these individuals alone. It's, they're counting on you to chase after them. Feeding them supply. You see, chasing them makes them feel important. And rejecting you makes them feel superior. You're way better off without the stuff that these individuals do. And you will heal faster with them not being around. Pining after them just drags you out of recovery. Y'all, you're better than that. I know, listen. I'm trying to talk to y'all, okay? Listen, let me just say this. Because I don't want to act like that I don't understand. I don't want to come off as if I don't get it, y'all. All right? A real heart-to-heart real quick. I know a part of you wants them to come back. I get that, y'all. Part of you wants them to come back, right? To take some responsibility, to take some blame, to own up to their horrible behavior and tell you that they've changed, right? Part of you just wants them to take on what they did and take a responsibility for the shit they put you through. Y'all, I get that. But you got to nip it in the bud, y'all. And I mean nip it in the bud and nip it good, because guess what? there is nothing good down this road that you want to travel, wanting them to come back and take responsibility and admit to their behavior and apologize and do all this stuff. You guys, guess what? It's a hoax. It's a scam. It's a game. This is an accident waiting to happen. It's a crock. Listen, I'm not even going to say it. You can't expect this from a narcissist, y'all. You just can't. And I disagree with a lot of people who feel like, your silence, affects the narcissist deeply or hurts them or makes them paranoid. A lot of times it really doesn't. It really doesn't. You're doing it for you. Because guess what? A lot of times your silence is exactly what they want. They're grooming somebody else and they just don't want to hear from you. And that's exactly what it is. People try to say all these things about what your silence does to a narcissist. And in some way, shape, or form, that could possibly be true in some cases. You guys, but for the most part, they have already pressed on to somebody else, which is why the discard went the way that it went. And they've already started grooming somebody else, and they just don't want to hear from you. They want you to go away and leave them alone and let them do what they do in peace. This is what they want. Even if they've chosen somebody who isn't a battlefield source, right? And they find this out later, they still don't want to hear from you. Because a lot of times, even if they're reaching back out to you, they still have other sources of supply, y'all. Your silence is to protect you from hoovers. And it should be combined with blocking them. So they can't reach out to you, to tempt you, or to taunt you. That's it, that's all. Let's get that out of the way. The best thing you could ever do after a narcissist discard is educate yourself. Find out about narcissism. It will explain what just happened and why, and will let you move into recovery. And one day you can look back at all of this and look back on this episode and wonder what you ever saw in the narcissist in the first place. And the more you read and look at these videos and listen to these things, the quicker you will get to that stage where you'll begin to understand exactly what happened. And you can pull yourself together and you can heal when you realize you were not the crazy one. There was nothing ever wrong with you. And guess what? It surely wasn't your fault. That's the stage you want to get to. You won't care about them smearing you, talking about you, saying all these things about you. You will understand what has happened once you begin to get educated. And that's just how it rolls. Y'all, I keep getting people asking me questions. And like I said, I'm going to answer these questions. I'm going to do as much as I can to help people navigate through what they have gone through dealing with a narcissist. Because guess what? Y'all, listen, we are thriving through this thing together, no matter how long you've been out. No one's better than anybody else, y'all. Well, one thing that I really want to say is that you have to be very, very careful when navigating through this thing. And one thing you do not want to do is try to get closure from a narcissist. You don't want to get stuck and stagnated there. You want to realize what this was, realize what you were dealing with, and move on. That's what you want to do. You want to begin to heal so you can understand exactly what kind of individual that narcissists are. We just need to get that understood, y'all. We just do. I know it's like a big thing for a lot of people who I still read, y'all, the comments. People still saying how long they were married to him. They had children with him, businesses with him, how the narcissist is still trying to ruin their life. Y'all, It's a narcissist. And before you dealt with a narcissist, you didn't even know that they existed, right? None of us did. None of us did. And the more you get educated, you will find out that these individuals do not care. I'm telling you. Your silence is golden. Remember one thing, y'all, if nothing else. Your silence only becomes a factor when the narcissist starts sniffing around you again. The only time you'll make a point with silence is if you can sustain when they're ready to use you again. This is when you make your point. And I can promise you, they'll only come sniffing around again if they view you as a doormat, somebody they can step on again. Not a good place to be in. Your silence only becomes, it only makes a point when they decide they want to get back into your life and use you as a placeholder for the time being until they want to do the same thing to you all over again. Don't let them do it, y'all. Don't allow this. Don't let them do it to you, guys. Don't allow this. Your silence will not matter unless the narcissist decides they want to use you again. They want to get back into your life, and they want to continue to step all over you. And listen, narcissists only try to return to those people who they view as a doormat. Come back and do whatever they want to you, and they feel you will allow it. This is how it works, y'all. For a lot of y'all, I hope they can't even reach back out to you. Keep your foot on their neck. Don't allow this, you guys. Don't allow the narcissist back into your life for any reason. I find silence is very, very, very effective. They know better. They know they can't come back. They know you don't want to deal with them. They know you don't want to hear from them. They know all of these things when you're silent. You've been doing your research. You've been finding out all this stuff about narcissism. You realize you don't want closure. You realize all the closure you need is how they treated you. That's it. That's all. It takes a lot for some people to get to this stage, but when you actually do, you guys, it's like all bets are off. And the first thing that you start to wonder is, how did I ever let myself fall for this person in the first place? This person never belonged in my life. When you get to that stage, you're winning. You're winning. Because now you're starting to realize, now you do realize that this person never deserved you in the first place. And now you know your worth. You guys, that's it for this video. That's it. That's all for this video. Take a time out to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your bell so you will know when I'm coming through with another video. Until next time.